So are you hearing my voice? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. I understand. So in the previous lecture, we are seeing about the formation of a PN junction diode, how the PN junction diode is formed by combining P-type material and N-type material. By joining, we will get the PN junction diode. So with this, we will get a junction between P and N-type materials. Okay. When there is no voltage is applied, so applying of voltage to the diode is called as biasing. Applying some voltage externally to the diode is called as biasing. If no bias is applied, then there is no current is flowing through the junction diode. Okay, so this figure shows. So this figure shows. So if you observe the symbol of the diode, okay, this is the symbol of the diode. So we can write the symbol of the diode as a like a triangle, or we can say it is some arrow type. Okay, so from this is the P side and this is the N side of the junction diode. P and junction diode, P side and N side. Okay, so this arrow will indicates that the direction of the current. This arrow indicates the direction of the current. That is generally we can consider it is conventional current flow. Conventional current flow. So from P to N. So here we have to understand. So applying of the voltage to the diode. So we can apply two types. So one is forward bias and another one is the reverse bias. So when we apply the voltage to a diode in forward bias, how the characteristics of diode will be changes. Okay, so here this is the for applying of forward bias, the battery of the voltage of the battery will be connected as a positive terminal to the P side and a negative terminal to the N side. If you connect like this, it is called as forward biased diode. So we are connected the voltage source to the diode in the form of forward bias. So this is the forward bias diode. Suppose you are make the reverse of this one, that is negative of the battery to the P side and positive of the battery to the N side. Then it is called as negative, that is reverse bias. You can call it as reverse bias. We are applying reverse voltage to the diode. So for applying forward bias is nothing but, so this is the forward voltage. So from 0 we are increasing the voltage in the positively, then it is forward voltage. So we can also increase the voltage by variable voltage source is there. So by that we can increase the voltage from 0 to we can increase, and when we are increasing the voltage from 0, initially very small amount of the current will be flows. On the y-axis we will represent the current. So when we increase the voltage which is applying the forward bias to the diode, initially it is very small amount of current will be flows. That is around very small. It is in terms of milliamperes. So after reaching the 0.3 volts, from 0 to we are increasing the voltage from 0 to and increasing 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. So at 0.3 volts, for the germanium for germanium PN junction diode. Okay, if the suppose we are added impurities to the pure germanium semiconductor, then it becomes as germanium p-n junction diode. If we add impurities to the pure silicon material by forming p and n type materials and combining that, it is called as silicon p-n junction diode. Okay. For germanium p-n junction diode, it is 0.3 volts. Voltage is 0.3 volts. After reaching the 0.3 volts, after increasing the 0.3 volts, then due to the barrier is decreases, the barrier potential across the p-n junction will be decreases, and due to that the current suddenly rises. The current will be increases as the voltage is increases. As the voltage increases, the current also rises. Okay, so this is the forward bias characteristics. This is the forward bias characteristics. So here we have one representation of the voltage, that is knee voltage or cut-in voltage. Cut-in voltage. So from this point of the voltage, the current will be rises as the voltage is forward voltage is increases. So that's why this particular point of voltage is called as cut-in voltage or knee voltage. Cut in, CUT cut in, cut in voltage. So that is the 0.3 volts for germanium and 0.7 volts for the silica. Okay, like this we can represent the diode when it is in forward bias connected. And now make the connections reverse. Make the connections reverse. Then what happens? The P side of the diode is connected to negative and N side of the diode is connected to positive. This makes the diode is reverse biased. This makes the diode is reverse biased. When the diode is reverse biased, what happens? The depletion layer between the here. This is the when the reverse bias connection is applied. So the depletion region between the P and N type, that is p-n junction diode, the depletion region increases, and due to that there is no current flow due to the majority charge carriers. There is no current flow due to majority charge carriers. Whereas in forward bias, condition, due to the majority charge carriers, they will break this junction, barrier junction, and the current will be starts flowing. Electrons will goes to p side and holes will be goes to n side. For p type semiconductor, holes are majority charge carriers, and n type semiconductors, electrons are the charge carriers. It means these charge carriers are the responsible for the flow of the current. If we consider the metals, due to electrons only the current will be flows. Due to electrons, only electrons will be constitutes the flow of the electrons. For the semiconductors, there is flow of the electrons as well as the holes. Due to the flow of the electrons, we have the electron current, and due to flow of the holes, that is positive charge carriers, we have the current. So the current in a semiconductor diode or p-n junction diode is a combination of the current due to electrons plus the current due to holes. Okay, so that's why in semiconductors the current is due to both the holes and the as well as electrons. Whereas in conductors, the current is due to only electrons. Okay, you remember this difference. So that's why the current in the p-n junction diode is constituted by the current due to electrons and current due to holes. Summation of the hole current and electron current, we can call it as the diode current. Okay, so this diode current is occurs, that is due to forward bias. This depletion region across the p type and n type, we have a depletion region. This depletion region will be narrows, decreases due to the forward bias. Due to that, the electrons and holes will be exchanged. and due to that we have the diode current. So when coming to the reverse bias condition, condition, for in this case what happens? So the uh, here the number of charge carriers, majority charge carriers, or makes the depletion region is width of the depletion region will be increases. Width of the depletion region will be increases because here P side we have more number of holes and here it is the negative side. So more number of holes corresponds to positive charge. Okay, so the positive charge of the holes will be attracted by this negative charge of the battery. Similarly, in the N-type semiconductor, in N-type of the PN junction diode, the electrons are the majority charge carriers in N-type. The majority of electrons will be attracted by this positive potential of the battery, and due to that, more the width does not decreases. It will be the width of the depletion region will be increases. So on the right side we will have more number of positive charge carriers. On the left side we have the more number of negative charge carriers, and due to that the potential barrier or the depletion region width will be increases and charge will be increases. Here you can understand the charge will be increases because more amount of holes are forming on the uh, this N-type semiconductor and more amount of electrons are forming here. So that's why there is a separation of the charge carriers. Charge carriers are forming here. Negative charge on the left side and positive charge on the right side. This will form as a source, voltage source. Okay, that is potential barrier. Okay. Okay, so here because of the attraction of the holes for the negative potential and electrons for the positive potential attraction, due to that the depletion region width will be increases and the potential across this depletion region will also increases. There is no current will be flows because of the majority charge carriers. Okay, so by the attraction of force there is no flowing of the current through this region. Okay, so that is the case. But in the P type we have the minority charge carriers, electrons. On the N type we have the minority charge carriers, holes. So because of these minority charge carriers, P side and the N side, these will try to cross this junction. Due to the minority charge carriers, the minority charge carriers will try to break this junction and a small amount of reverse current will be starts flowing. Okay, so a small amount of the reverse current will flows. So that reverse current is due to the reverse bias voltage. Okay, so due to applying of the reverse bias voltage, we don't get any current due to the majority charge carriers. But we have a small amount of the reverse current due to minority charge current movement or flow of the minority charge carriers. So that will be considered as reverse current or leakage current, or we can call it as a reverse saturation current. Okay, so this reverse saturation current will be in terms of micro, what they are giving wrong representation. Okay, this is not milli, it is in terms of the microamperes. Okay, so when we can increase the voltage in the reverse direction, that is negative voltage is applying, a small amount of current will be generated. That is the reverse current or reverse saturation current. So after if we are increasing the voltage 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 like that. So after getting certain value of voltage, so what happens? So if we are increasing more amount of the reverse voltage in the reverse bias condition, if you increase more amount of reverse voltage, then what happens? This voltage, this junction, the depletion region will be breakdown. Okay, so we are increasing more amount of the voltage in the reverse direction. That causes the breakage of this region or junction, and due to that, suddenly the electrons suddenly the current will be increases because of the breakdown of this region. Because of this region, suddenly the current will be increased. That current is in the reverse direction. See here, this is the sudden increase of the current at the breakdown value. At breakdown voltage, the current increases suddenly. So whereas in forward bias, the current increases, that is linearly increases. Whereas in a reverse bias condition, if the applied voltage reaches the breakdown value, the current suddenly increases, rises. Okay. So after that, if you further increases the voltage, it does not respond. So if you after this, we cannot increase the voltage, because at this point the diode will be acts as a short circuit. More amount of current will be flows. This amount of current we have to control. Okay. So based upon this breakdown voltage, there are two types of mechanisms that happens: GNR breakdown and avalanche breakdown. GNR breakdown and avalanche breakdown. So this particular region is corresponds to GNR breakdown region or avalanche breakdown region. These concepts we will see in the next coming slides. So I think you may understand this. That when the forward bias is connected, we will get the forward current. When the reverse bias is connected, diode is connected to reverse bias, we will get the reverse current or leakage current, or you can say it is reverse saturation current. So after this point, the current is saturated. The current does not linearly increasing. Okay. So the current is increases, and here this is the value of leakage current for 20 microamperes for silicon and 50 microamperes for germanium. So this is the PN junction characteristics in the forward bias and reverse bias. So if you have any doubts still, you can ask the questions regarding this. So the next one is diode current equation. Diode current equation. So this diode current equation depends on the applied voltage. The increase of the current through the diode depends upon the amount of voltage we are applying, so in the forward bias and reverse bias. So the relationship between the applied voltage V and the diode current I is exponential and is mathematically given by the equation of diode current equation, that is I is equals to, the I is the current through the diode, that is equals to I naught into e power of V by eta into Vt minus 1 amperes. I naught into e power of V by eta into Vt minus 1. So here V is the applied voltage. Suppose we are applying in the forward bias, then this value is positive. When we are applying the reverse bias condition, then the voltage is negative. Okay. If we connect it in forward bias, voltage is this exponential of plus V by eta into Vt. If it is reverse bias condition, then the applied voltage V is the negative. Then it becomes e power of minus V by eta into Vt. Whereas eta is 1 for germanium diode and eta is 2 for silicon diode. And Vt is the voltage equivalent of temperature in volts. V suffix T is the voltage equivalent of temperature. So for different temperatures, we have different value of the voltage corresponds to temperature. So that we'll see. So the voltage equivalent of temperature depends on diode current on temperature. The voltage across the temperature for a given diode temperature T is calculated as Vt is equals to K into T. K is the Boltzmann's constant and T is the temperature in degree kelvins. Okay. In the previous equation, we have Vt. Vt is the voltage equivalent of temperature, and that is calculated as K into T. So where K is the Boltzmann's constant, that value is 8.6 × 10⁻⁵ electron volts per degree kelvins, and T is in terms of the kelvins temperature. So suppose at room temperature 27 degrees Celsius. So most of the cases the room temperature is 27 degrees Celsius is considered as room temperature, and for that we have to convert degrees Celsius into Kelvin. So for that we will add 27 degrees Celsius, 27 plus 273. So by that we can get the temperature 300 degrees Kelvins for equivalent of 27 degrees Celsius. So then the Vt value is 8.62 × 10⁻⁵ into 300. That gives the Vt. So that Vt corresponds to 26 millivolts. Like this, we can calculate the Vt value for different temperature values. And according to that, we can identify the current of the diode. Okay. So we can also represent the Vt value T by 1 by K. So from this equation, bring this K to down denominator, then we can get 1 by K, and we will get T by 11,600. Just you can substitute T value, temperature value in terms of kelvins, you can get the Vt for the corresponding temperature. So this diode equation is applicable for the unbiased condition, forward bias condition, and reverse bias condition. So in the three cases, we can apply this diode equation. So for the unbiased condition, that is applied voltage is equals to 0. So in the diode current equation, I naught into e power of V by eta into Vt minus 1. So in the place of V, the place of applied voltage V, unbiased means voltage is 0. So in such situation, this becomes as e power of 0. That is 1. 1 minus 1, this becomes as 0. So the current is 0. And if you consider thus there is no current through the diode where no bias. For forward bias, V must be taken as positive and get the current positive. Okay. So for reverse bias condition, V must be taken as negative and we will get the negative current, because negative current will get in the reverse bias direction. So for a forward bias condition, this is the diode current equation. Now assume that for forward bias condition, e power of V by eta into Vt minus 1. So this value is very high when compared to 1. Then we will get IF. IF is the forward current. IF is equals to I naught into e power of V by eta into Vt. And for the reverse bias condition, then for the reverse bias condition, the applied voltage V is equals to biasing voltage V is equals to negative. Then this value is very, very less than when compared to 1. When compared to 1, e power of minus of V by eta Vt. So it is very less than 1. Then we can get minus of I naught. See here. So for in reverse bias condition, the bias voltage is treated as negative. That's why e power of V by eta V is very, very less than 1. That gives the, we can neglect this one because this value is very, very less than minus 1. then it is I is equals to I naught into -1. So that is IR is the reverse current. IR is equals to minus of I naught. So whereas I naught is the reverse saturation current. So this is the amount of the reverse current, reverse saturation current, I naught. So please remember, this is very, very important. Reverse saturation current is important. So in the reverse breakdown voltage, at the breakdown voltage, we will get the reverse saturation current. So this is the when the applied voltage in the forward bias will get the exponentially increases. Exponentially increased curve will be obtained in the forward bias. The graph of the diode current in the exponentially increases. Whereas in the reverse bias, we will get the negative of the reverse saturation current only. Okay, like this we can obtain the PN junction diode characteristics based upon the diode equation, diode current equation. And also you can also check the how the diode will be affect for the temperature change. How the diode will be changes its characteristics when the temperature changes. So first of all, the temperature has following effects on the diode parameters. The cut-in voltage. So in the forward bias we will have the cut-in voltage. From that cut-in voltage, the current will be rises, exponentially rises. Okay, the cut-in voltage. So as the temperature increases, the cut-in voltage decreases. The diode conducts at smaller voltage at large temperature. So when we apply the temperature and increasing the temperature, okay, so then what happens? The cut-in voltage, I think you understand the cut-in voltage. So this one, where the current will be rises and the voltage increasing, suddenly increases. Okay, so this particular point of voltage is called as cut-in voltage, knee voltage. Okay, so this value will be decreases and the temperature is increases. When the temperature is increased for a PN junction diode, the cut-in voltage is decreases. Suppose for a given temperature, the cut-in voltage is 0.3 volts. If the temperature is increases, then what happens? This cut-in voltage may be decreased to 0.2 volts. If further increases the temperature, the cut-in voltage may be decreased to 0.1 volts. Okay, so like this, the temperature, due to the temperature variations or temperature increases, the cut-in voltage is decreases. Okay, so the diode conducts at smaller voltages at a large temperature, and the reverse saturation current increases as the temperature increases. So this is the reverse saturation current increases as the temperature increases. This one. So the reverse current, the temperature is increases, the reverse current will be increases further. Actually, the reverse current does not flow for a diode. That is the required thing. Suppose we are applied a reverse bias voltage, in such a situation, the reverse current does not flow. That means we without in the reverse also it is flowing means it is have some conduction. So that leads to, actually we are considering in the reverse bias the diode will be acts as a open circuit. Open circuit means current does not flow, but due to magnetic charge carriers, the diode magnetic charge carriers of the diode, some leakage current is flowing. So that makes the diode conducts. Okay, so that the property of the open circuit property was not happens. That's why reverse saturation current does not occur, does not required in the reverse bias condition. So here I want to say one story. So in the summer, in the winter, the temperature is around 27 degrees or 30 degrees Celsius. In industries, due to all the electronic devices which are operating, the number of sensors or transducers or all the electron devices which are operated, okay, so which are constructed using these diodes or semiconductor materials. Okay, so suppose in the winter the temperature is around 27 degrees or 25 degrees Celsius. In the summer the temperature is rises to around 40 degrees Celsius, 41 degrees Celsius. Then what happens? So in the winter, the devices works properly because the temperature is very low. Due to that, reverse current is very small, almost zero or very small. It is not considered because it is in terms of microamperes. Okay, it is in terms of microamperes. At low temperature, that microamperes current is not considerable, because the temperature is very less. The reverse current is also very small. Suppose the temperature is increases. In the summer, the temperature was increased. Your TV is constructed based upon this electronic diodes or semiconductor materials. All the components which are present in the TV or your laptop or your mobile, all these are based upon the semiconductor materials only. PN junction diodes. They will use these devices. In the reverse bias condition, temperature is increases. In the reverse bias condition, what happens? The current also flows. So in some situations, we can use the diode in the reverse bias condition because of the current does not flow. Okay. So in forward bias only, the current should be flow. In the reverse bias, the current does not flow is the case. Like that we can construct. Okay, the signal does not flow back because of this temperature variation from around 20 degrees Celsius, 25 degrees Celsius to around 40 degrees Celsius or 41, 45 like that. There is a variation of 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, so when this 20 degrees Celsius temperature changes, and due to that, the reverse saturation current will be increases. How much it will increase? For every 10 degrees Celsius rise in temperature, for every 10 degrees Celsius rise in temperature, the reverse saturation current will be doubles. The reverse saturation current will be doubles. Okay. Suppose initially it is around assume that 50 microamperes at room temperature. The temperature is increased to 45 degrees Celsius. That is 20 degrees Celsius temperature happens, change of the temperature. So the 50 microamperes current now becomes as doubles. For every 10 degrees Celsius, rise in degrees Celsius, the 50 microamperes current will be doubles. So how much double means? 50 microamperes double is 100 microamperes. And again another 10 degrees Celsius, 25 to 35, 35 to 45. Again it becomes 100 to 200 microamperes. So 200 microamperes current is the considerable current. So without you are on this, without the functionality of diode will be now in the reverse bias, it should be open. The current does not flow. That is the condition required. So, but temperature variations and the current will be doubles, and due to that, the current will be increases. And due to that, we have a current through the diode that leads to some current will flow to the next section. Suppose if your next section we have some amplifier, so the increased 200 microamperes current will be amplified, and that amplified current will be sent to next section, and next section will be operated without our control. The automatically it will be operated. Suddenly the machines will be switch on. So like this, it will be happens. I think you may got my point. So we thought that we are not switch on the circuit. We are not operated any machine. We are not switch on the circuit. But suddenly the systems will be operated without our control. So like this, the reverse saturation current will be plays very important role in electronic devices. So because of that reason only, all these our desktop systems, our laptops are needed the temperature control. So we have to required to maintain the ACs. So we have to maintain the room temperature. So because of this reason, in the summer the temperature will be rises. Due to that, the electronic devices does not operate properly because of this reverse saturation current. Because of that reason, all the computers in the laboratories should be maintained temperature to the desired one, required one. Okay. So with this, the today's class we are wind up. So tomorrow we may expect the class at 10:30. And tomorrow also I will take 2 classes, morning and afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Hello.